Anyway, so you get a sense, and the reason why I picked that piece for you is so that you don't, the one thing I don't want to have happen is after we're done, that you know, when you go to bed or brush your teeth or look at the TV, you go, my God, you know, Jay was talking about an extremely depressing and wretched writer. Such is not the case. One could say that Beckett, and you all know what's going on TV and what we're getting in terms of the world and recent Remembrance Day and the many, many lives that have been lost in war and all the things that humans, all the foibles that humans have. He is, in my opinion, he's realistic. He's telling it like it is in such a way. Now, he is a writer, he's an artist, and he comes from a very, 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 very good line of writers. I mean, the Irish are just marvelous, marvelous, marvelous writers. There's just no doubt about it. And having been working with James Joyce as a secretary, that was quite a feat. The reason why it ended in such a way is that there's word that Joyce's daughter, Lucia, I think, started to really take a hankering towards Beckett. And she had problems. She had some mental problems. And Beckett withdrew in a certain way, and that sort of fouled the relationship between Beckett and Joyce. But we have a guy who is more, in a way, and that's another reason why I truly love Beckett, is he was in the French Resistance. So that the Nazis were literally on this guy's butt. And word has it that he escaped through some bathroom window or whatever with his partner. They weren't married for a long time. I don't want to say her name because I might pronounce it wrong, but the two of them lived together for quite a while. And eventually they did marry. But it was a serious thing if you're in the French Resistance and the Nazis are on your tail. I don't know if any of you have seen the recent French series, French Village. It's just an amazing series, and it's 1939 to it goes all the way to 1960s, but the early part, the 39 to the mid 40s, is just chilling. I mean, what was going on there with in Vichy France? We're talking about Vichy France, where God knows, you know, who was on what side. So here was Beckett in the middle of this, so that if you do pick up a copy of his books, I think he was deeply, deeply, deeply influenced by World War II. And some of us are not necessarily old enough to have necessarily lived through the whole thing, but we are children, offsprings of parents that fought in the war. My father was a war correspondent for a couple of publications and went to Europe. Actually saw Mussolini hanging. But I know that my father, and as many, many veterans or people who experienced the war, it's hard to get it out of your cells, out of the DNA of your system. So I think that in many, many ways, there's a despair and what the war did, especially if you were in Europe, not necessarily the Americans who came in quite after the Canadians, but you know, the carnage and everything. It plays upon the artist. It really does. So I'll start to close because I see eyes going to the clock. Let us read from Endgame. And in reading from Endgame with Patrick, I just want you to hear his play upon words. There's a play upon words. So we have a real wordsmith of highest order. You probably all know he did win the Nobel Prize. If you believe in prizes, it was a good prize to give him. he did win that prize somewhere. He won the part of my pronunciation, the Croix de Guerre, which he got that in 1945 for his battle against in World War II, and in 1969 he won the Nobel Prize for Literature. So this is an excerpt from Endgame, and here's a play upon the names Ham, Hamm, and clove. So you've got a play upon ham, meat, and clove, a kind of a